Hey, what's going on, guy? Slap happy Jello. Jelly, my man. Sorry, Jello. Jelly, what's up, man? Yo, I got some more of my lighting gels today. I got the set, so I've been messing around with my lighting. Hopefully it looks pretty rad. You know what I'm saying? I still got a little bit of light coming from the window here, but man, oh man, tonight it should look really good on the Creator Chaos stream tonight. Should be good. Hopefully my audio doesn't mess up on that one too, right? But hopefully, yeah. What do you think? The lighting's all fixed up. I had like a total blue wash before, right? But now I got the blue, purple, pink, and red going here. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Hola. Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing? Sad day for Paris, man. Sad day, man. No, Notre Dame. Wow. Wow. Hey, Boiled Nuts. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So today you tried to live... Oh, I tried to live stream yesterday. Discovers... Oh, I only have 0.3... Oh, and 3.5 download. An hour on the phone, and I now have 60. Right on. There you go. That's good. That's better. That's good. 60 is good. Wow, dudes. I'm streaming right now to Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube. So this is the first time I've ever done that, and I'm gonna start doing it more. But crazy though, crazy. Yeah, I'm Assassin's Creed, eh? Right on. Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, this is my first time ever streaming from. Why isn't this working? I wonder. Refresh chat. Too slow? Is that too slow? Cause wait a minute. Oh yeah, I guess it is, dude. Do you live in in a rural area? Cause I got 1,000 megabytes. I got 1,000, right? So that's pretty crazy, man. That's wild. How's everybody today? How are you, Boiled Nuts? How's Hawaii? We're getting some rain right now. I was just saying too, Boiled Nuts, I got the rest of my lighting gels today, so hopefully the lighting looks nice. It's fun, man, and hopefully my audio's good. There's no clipping. The music's not too loud. Scotland, yeah, right on, dude. We have another friend from there. That his name is isn't Richard from Scotland? Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to your channel. Yeah, I gotta hit that bell. I forgot to hit the bell though when I subscribed to you. There, Slap Happy Jelly. I subscribed to you, but I forgot to hit the bell. What's that all about? Weather's perfect. Good. Wow, man. Yeah, looking good on Twitch too. That's cool. Wow, what a big screen on Twitch. That's pretty wild, eh? And then the Facebook Live, I don't know how to watch that. I don't know how to watch that to get that checking out. I don't know if it's working or not. Oh, live. I guess oh. Okay, that's strange, but I don't know if I'm live. I'm just gonna leave it, whatever. Anyways, Savage, yeah, right on, guy. Cool, man. Richard is Scottish, yeah, right. Not time to put it together. Yeah, dude, that's the trick, right? Getting it all put together and you know, ready for or getting it edited and getting it uploaded and getting all the metadata, the thumbnail, everything done. That's the trick, right? So I heard today that there was a firefighter who passed away, who died in the fire. So that's sad, of course. Shout out to the firefighter and his family, and love and prayers out to them. Cause yeah, that's awful. I mean, we never that must have been one hell of a fire, cause that's awful, right? So Monday, April 15th, 2019, massive plumes of yellow-brown smoke are filling the air above Notre Dame Cathedral, and ash is falling on tourists and others around the island that marks the center of Paris. So, wow, right? So yeah, causing major damage to the centuries-old building. Early Tuesday morning, the fire was contained, police officials in Paris said, according to CNN. While the iconic spire collapsed due to the fire, the cathedral's twin towers are reportedly safe. So the president, Emmanuel Macron, tweeted a message of rebuilding on Monday night. We will rebuild it all together. A great national debate. Yellow vest movement. Yeah, right, I got you. Yeah, what a time too, with all that stuff going on in Paris right now, right? 400 firefighters had been mobilized. Wow, eh? So I wonder, wow, 300 feet in the air and just collapsed. Could you imagine? I hope the audio is not clipping. Let me know if the music or audio or anything is clipping or sounding funny. Hopefully it's sounding smooth, but I'm getting a little bit of clipping in my earphones, so let me know if it's okay there. Once I start getting some of these pages closed up, it'll work better. I definitely gotta add more RAM because I'm really pushing it again, right? I always push it to the limit, right? So it broke out at 6:50 p.m. local time on Monday, the start of Catholic Holy Week. Right, yeah, this is Easter weekend, right? Well, we're gonna find out. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know yet. There was the construction that was going on, right? And good. Thank you, Boiled Nuts. Renaissance man, hey, what's up, man? Ren in the house. Cool, bro. How's it going, man? I'm gonna charge a premium to put that pig back together again. Time to get my beret and baguette off to. Oh my God, Ren. Oh, Ren. Gee. They're not blaming arson. Yeah, cool. So there was construction going on, and the fire started right around the area of the scaffolding and stuff. So it was most likely due to that. So probably some negligence with the contractors. Not that they did it purposefully, right? But you know how it is, and all of us who've worked in construction, that fire is always an issue, right? Always an issue. And you know what? We have to get hot work permits when we're doing hot work, and you got to we have to have fire watch. And you got to realize too, when things are under construction, the sprinkler systems, they're not always on, right? Like they'll be turned off. Certain sections will be turned off even. Just to avoid accidental release, right? Like if you hit a sprinkler head that's live during construction, you know, it's quite a mess. But there's also too that they're not always installed yet either, right? So during construction, we generally have just like portable suppression devices like fire extinguishers, right? So it's insane though. So the cathedral was in the midst of a €6 million project to repair the building's spire. The renovation was part of a larger €150 million restoration project. Well, you know what? It's an old building. It's gonna be a fire hazard. There's gonna be fire hazards. I don't know how buildings make it this long, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It was Larry lighting fire. Yeah. Blue Angels, eh? It was Larry lighting them Blue Angels again. Yeah, Larry, you had one job. But sad, though. Sad, man. Because somebody died, and that's just crazy. So we're going to look at the different, we're going to go through all the major channels. Okay, we're gonna go from, like, right now we're on UNICEF. We're gonna go to BBC, Al Jazeera, The Times, and blah blah blah, and see how the different coverage, right? And glad you made it, Dan the man. Nice to see you, man. So glad that you made it, brother. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, you look like you're having fun there with your girl there, prom. That is awesome. Formal, I guess. I remember our formals. I went to like 3 of them. Horn Pub up. Okay, so the New York Times spoke to the Cathedral spokesperson, Andre Finot, who said the fire was started in the spire of the cathedral. The cathedral is constructed primarily of limestone, a flammable stone. Oh. Limestone, interesting. And has a roof made from wood. Did they used to build? Are those ancient buildings made of limestone? Is that what they used? Hi, Christina. Nice to see you. How are you? Glad you could make it today. Very nice. Very nice to see you. This is insane. So, the Notre Dame had previously been referred to as a forest because of the more than 13,000 oak trees that were cut to construct its roof. Hi, sweetie.
What happened to all the light?
Isn't that pretty?
But how do you did that?
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, but how do you did that?
I did that because I have something that's called a gel. Lighting filters and gels.
And you also have a purple one?
Yeah, I do. Don't touch it though, okay?
Why?
Isn't that beautiful? Because it's in position. I'll show you after, okay? High five. Yeah, I love you. Say hi.
Hi.
No, say hi to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
No, say hi, everybody.
You
You're silly. Okay, I'll see you in a bit, okay?
and I'm still making Wonderland.
Yeah. Amelia's building Wonderland
In my room.
in her room. My little construction girl.
And it's gonna be big and big and big with everyone in it.
Yeah? Oh, I love it. It's gonna be big and big with everybody in it. That's awesome. Hey, Court, how's it going? There's my wife. Wow. So so the conclusion here is it was a highly flammable building. Okay. No, not talking about the Hunchback in Notre Dame. We're talking about the fire yesterday. How's it going, Tom? Tom and Ren in the house. Nice to see you guys. I don't see you guys too often. Yeah, dude. I got lots of Maverick clothes. I got all kinds of YouTube merch, man, from so many channels. Like, I like to support good channels. And yeah, he's definitely one of the bigger guys that I like to support. I don't get to watch him too much or anything like that anymore. He doesn't really do anything too much that I'm interested in, but I still like not his brother. His brother's a real weirdo, but yeah, we paid a fortune for shipping this last time too, and we're in Canada, right? Like, the shipping's gone up like crazy, right? So, but we usually do big orders, right? Like, Courtney has Maverick gear, Ben has lots of Maverick gear, even Amelia now has a Savage shirt. It's so cute. Oh, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more to ship. You're under contract. You can't go on the channels anymore. That's awesome. See here what this Twitter feed here says. Oh, wait, I can't. I gotta actually go. Sorry, I was messing with the audio there. Wow, eh? What a blaze. What a blaze. Hey, me again. Cheers, man. Already taped drywall patch. 1 hour of work. $100. Cheers. Nice. Very nice. Wow, eh? It's just a massive building, too, right? Oh. Yeah, Christina, right now I'm broadcasting live to Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube. That's the first time I've done that. It's this new plugin on Streamlabs. It allows you to, you can broadcast even a mixer at the same time. It's really neat. I don't know if the Facebook one's working, though. I'll have to check it out later and see what's up with that. But I do know I'm on Twitch and YouTube right now, so. Logan Paul. Logan Paul and Jake Paul. I don't follow Jake Paul at all. I used to watch, Ben was a Logan Paul fan when he was younger, so we just kind of like watched him for so long. And this is Maverick. This is his clothing line, right? When you see me wearing the Maverick stuff, that's Logan Paul's clothing line. So I know he had some bad press there last year, obviously, a couple of weird things, but he's a good kid. He just, people make mistakes. You can't just, I kind of like the kid. He's got a good attitude, anyways. Not a lot of people bounce back from all that negative press, right? Wow, it's insane. Wow, Twitter, eh? Lots of video on the Twitter. Crazy town. BBC. So, here's a story from 34 minutes ago. So, Notre Dame fire. The Cathedral saved within crucial half hour. Wow, eh? Oh, of course there's going to be an advertisement. Too funny. My mom gave me an ice cream. Too funny. Oh, I bet, Christina. Yeah, they did, Christina. A firefighter did. A firefighter did die. It's what I heard on Discord. I know one was really injured. He might have died in the hospital. I don't know the cause, I don't know the details, but we'll hopefully find out. So in the early hours, firefighters managed to extinguish the fire, but Parisians awoke to shocking scenes. There's extensive damage to the iconic Gothic landmark. The cathedral no longer has its spire, which collapsed in the fire. Yeah, I was watching that live when that fell. That was crazy. But I don't know. Let's see if it says anything about the firefighter. So it's 850 years old, right? Wow. Came down to a crucial time window of 15 to 30 minutes. Wow. So the fire ravaged the cathedral's roof and caused its spire to collapse. Has vowed to rebuild it within 5 years. Yeah, right, Red? I'm on a diet, but I think ice cream is in order tonight. Yeah, right. So the cause of the blaze is still unclear. This is just posted 34 minutes ago. What the heck? Sorry, I was reading this here. Notre Dame photo sparks viral search. I don't know what that's all about. Um, the firefighters stopped the fire by taking the most extreme risks. They were 20 or 25 from each corner of France, from each region. Um, so a number of companies and business tycoons have so far pledged about 800 million pounds or euros. Sorry, so that's 692 million pounds. Um, so what happened? I don't know. What the heck? I don't see anything about a firefighter passing away. So maybe a firefighter didn't. Let me just search it. Uh, no, it says no one was killed. It says so. No one was killed, officials said, but a firefighter and two police officers. Hold on here. Um. All right, here. Look. Let me show you this page here. Um. So this is on the. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, everything's good, man. How's everything with you? Yeah, man. Shout out Team Smoke. Thanks for popping in, man. We're just trying to figure out what's up here. So it says no one was killed, officials said, but a firefighter and two police officers were injured. So that's what I thought. I didn't know about the two police officers. I knew a firefighter was injured. Okay, well that's good. That's good. So nobody died. That was some misinformation then on the Discord that I got. So yeah, look at that, eh? Man, imagery shows the fire tore through the cathedral's wooden roof and toppled its 300-foot spire. Insane. So the artwork was all saved, I heard. No one was killed. Inside job. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I think it might have had something to do with the time. 11 p.m. So let's just see here. So the first alarm was triggered at 6:20 p.m. But that no fire was found after checks were carried out. A second alarm was triggered at 6:43, and a fire was found under the roof in a network of wooden beams, many dating from the Middle Ages. That is nicknamed the forest, right? So it took like what 13,000 oak trees to build that roof, right? So good. No one was killed. So that was misinformation. I apologize for that. But I'm glad. Yeah, right, Ed. You know, yeah, it might be though. Like that's kind of I'm trying to think of what would cause a fire in that area if it wasn't arson, right? Like how does a fire just start like that? Usually there has to be some kind of like there has to be a source, right? Like just trying to think like the priest dropped the blunt. Yeah, it was yeah, right? Oh, I thought that was a joke, Dan. Yeah, you bet. Hopefully I'll see you on later on tonight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, if you're on tonight, I'll be there for sure, man. Oh, I do have a live stream though. At some point, I'm gonna be at. But if you're on, I'll be on for sure too. I'll have it on my phone or whatever. I'll be on. So the investigators are treating it as an accident. Nothing at this stage suggests a voluntary act. Oh, interesting. So, the cathedral had fire monitors who checked the wooden framework under the roof 3 times a day. Wow, Notre Dame did not have automatic sprinklers in the framework of the roof, and its attic space was not compartmentalized with fire-breaking walls. Okay, so there was no fire separation. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, crazy. Yeah, thanks for coming, Ant. Yeah, yo, I'll definitely be on later for sure. Interesting. So, most people had been evacuated before the fire was found because a mass had started in the cathedral. Not long after the doors were shut, witnesses said smoke could be seen rising from the spire. Shortly after that, flames appeared at scaffolding around the spire's base, part of extensive renovations that were underway. Interesting. I think we've seen this one. I don't think so there, Ren. That's insane. I don't know what could have started it though. It could have been like, see, when you're like cutting metal and stuff like that, there's sparks and stuff like that that can get into wood, I guess, and it would just like it like smolders, or you know, like it just burns, and then it finally catches enough oxygen or whatever, and it just boom, right, goes up. Hey, John Rice and me again. Yo, what's up, man? Hey, how are ya? Cool, man.
Hold on, Spose, what if my mom hears this?
It's a party with Lars!
Built in the 12th and 13th centuries, eh? "500 firefighters." Wow. And look at that scaffolding. I just can't believe how that, like, wow. That's crazy fire, eh? So, by 11 p.m. Monday, the Paris fire chief Jean-Claude Van Damme said that the structure, including its 2 front towers, had been saved and preserved as a whole, but that 2/3 of the roof had been destroyed. I wonder if they're gonna go with the roof is on fire. That's funny. That's true, right? That song. That's awesome. So there were 3 important holes in the stone vault of the cathedral, one caused by the collapse of the... Oh, so in the stone vault of the cathedral. Wow, one caused by the collapse of the spire. Wow. So 295-foot spire, a wood frame structure covered in lead. That was built when the cathedral was renovated in the 19th century. It was built from lead. Some of the cathedral's art was saved because of recent renovations. Last week, for instance, 16 copper statues representing the 12 apostles and 4 evangelists were removed with a crane to be cleaned and restored. Wow, that's convenient and lucky. Or lucky. Gabriel Plus, a spokesman for the Paris firefighters, said that firefighters in nearby stations carried out 2 training exercises last year to practice preserving artworks in the cathedral, and that 100 of the 500 deployed firefighters had removed pieces of art. Interesting. That's wild, eh? The artwork included linen fabric associated with St. Louis. the crown of thorns, and the cathedral's treasury, according to this dude. An official who inspects France's national monuments said that there were still several large pieces of art inside, some of which have been affected by the fire, but that can be restored, but that teams could not be sent in at this juncture. Jeez. Well, so lots of donations. The exact cause still unknown. The condition of many works of the cathedral and part of its structure also remains unclear. The flames could have destroyed or damaged the church's 3 organs and dozens of paintings and sculptures, some dating from the 17th century, eh? Yeah, definitely, Christina. You bet. You bet. Right on, Ed. Nice, dude. Nice. Hey, Leo, what's up, man? Yeah, you bet I will, Christina. You bet. After this stream, I'm gonna go do the hang out with the girls and stuff like that, and then I'll be back down. You bet. Yeah, I'd love to be. Right on, Leo. Nice to see you, man. Wow, what's it not say? So there was one I saw that had a really good animation of how it spread, right? But are you looking at the picture here, right? So approximate area of the scaffolding was all around here. Roof and spire collapse. So this is where the fire was, right here, right? Wow, I wonder how it was. So when I was watching, it was like when I was watching last night, yeah, the people were really like just calm, like in shock, just watching it, like peacefully watching. And you know, I'm sad when something historic like this goes down, but no one was killed, so that's okay, right? And it can be rebuilt. You know what I mean? It would have been bad if somebody actually died. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, before, after, yeah, like look at that, eh? Anything can be rebuilt. So the church receives almost 13 million visitors each year, more than the Eiffel Tower. A UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was built in the 12th and 13th centuries. Several statues of the facade of the Catholic Cathedral were removed for renovation. The roof, which has been destroyed by the blaze, was made mostly of wood. I wonder if they'll build it with steel again. You know what I mean? Hey, Sarah Love, what's happening? Mike, you heard. What's up? Shout out Team Smoke in the house again. What's happening, guys? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Jeez, yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's crazy town, yo. Yeah, you know it, Mike. Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera. Like crazy. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everybody? How's the whole chat doing today?
It was 7 o'clock in the evening local time when the fire broke out. Hundreds of firefighters and emergency service workers were there within minutes.
Yeah, if you build, it will come. Yep.
People watched in shock.
Look how old the city is, right? Anyone here been to Paris?
It's 850 years of history. It's heartbreaking. We're sad.
There were chaotic scenes as police tried to evacuate the area.
We just saw part of Notre Cathedral collapse and a huge cloud of smoke came out and burning cinder started raining to the ground, and that is why police here are trying to push everybody back for their own safety. They're quite chaotic scenes, but what they're worried about is more of that roof collapsing. They're worried about the smoke being toxic.
Wow.
For people's safety.
Yeah, think about that. That old building burns, and the stuff in it, like the materials, the smoke would be very toxic, right? You don't like snails, eh? Yeah, Amos. Oh yeah, sorry, Amos. I saw you coming in, my man. What's up, brother? It's nice to see you. That's what he said. Yeah, they build it, they will come. Yeah, that's Christina. Yeah.
moments, our epidemics, our wars, our liberation. It is the epicenter of our
Think about
lives.
this thing. This
It is the
thing
stone
survived
from which
2 world
distance
wars,
stone
right?
From which we can measure ourselves from Paris. It is full of books, of paintings. It is a cathedral that belongs to all French men and women, even to those who have never come here.
Firefighters say the fire could be linked to renovation work, and Paris's prosecutor has opened an inquiry. Whatever the cause, the site of a cathedral that has stood majestically in Paris for centuries, crumbling in hours.
I hate to be this contractor if it was his fault or their fault, you know what I mean?
Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.
Well, you know, I have a list that on one of these pages that lists all the fires, right? So we'll check that list and see what if it's on there. But yeah, this is bad, right? Horn Pub out. Are you out, Ren? And then more Twitter feeds, eh? Yeah, right. So how the fire spread? Actually, where is it? Is this the one that one of these was really good video? One of these videos. I do have a video of it's like an animation that shows you. It's always the contractor's fault. Well, not always, but is it just a coincidence that you know the fire happened at the time when you know and in the area of the renovations, like it you know what I mean, like it started, it happened right where the scaffolding is and everything like that. So you know, but what would they be doing though? Like I'm trying to think, like what would they have that would cause a fire, right? Like you know what I mean? Like the only thing like really like welding or like using an abrasive saw, you know, like grinding and welding and cutting with an abrasive saw or something. Like what else would cause a fire? You know, plumbing, right? The plumbing, you know, torches for that have flames, right? Like what could cause it, right? It would be you know what I mean, like what else could cause it, you know, unless it's faulty electrical or something like that. But oh, Dan, you out? Yeah, Dan, take care, thanks for coming, man. Oh, I got you now, Ren. Horn Pub out. Thanks for coming in, Dan. I'm glad you actually made it. You know, if I was gonna go earlier you would be driving from work, but yeah, dinner bell rings, you gotta go. Right on, man. Yeah, that's so cool. I think that's kind of neat. Streaming to all these different services at once. I'm just practicing because when we do gaming with Ben, we'll stream to Twitch. 887? No, definitely wasn't the tool, but that's too funny. Hey, babe.
Hi.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Okay. Uh-oh. Looks like I gotta put out a fire of my own, maybe. Addy Bear. Hold up. Sorry, guys. Hey.
No, we didn't. Bye-bye. Hello. Is anyone here?
Amelia, help Addie upstairs, okay?
Wonderland.
Yeah, come here.
Why, how do you make Wonderland?
Amelia, come here. That's awesome. Yeah, put out my own fire there with the kids, right? I don't know where Courtney's doing. Yeah, my little Chris. Yeah, that's my Amelia and my Addie. Yeah, we got, so there's Amelia's 5, Adeline's 3, Warner's like, well, I don't know, maybe close to 2 months now. And my son, my big boy, he's 12. Well, he'd be 12 in May, but. What? Bring what in? Hold on. Jesus Christ, you guys are really making me mad. Okay. Wow. So anyways, back to the what's going on here. Wow. That's it. That's the end of it, right? So look at all that scaffold, right? Like thinking about have to build all this scaffolding, right? Like this is a pretty crazy setup. It's all tube and clamp, it looks like, right? French fry tower thing burned down. I heard it was destroyed. Oh, Lewis, man. Lewis, the taco guy. French fry tower. Man, oh man. But like, look at the, it's insane. Oh. Wow. Let me do I'll do a quick search too for you there to see if it did. Let's see, Notre Dame. So oh, that's an interesting God. Yeah, I don't normally either, Christina, but I saw it on YouTube on the page. That's how I found out. Oh wow, an expert says it could take 40 years to rebuild Notre Dame. Interesting. I didn't see if it did catch fire before. It doesn't say exactly. But I do have a wiki page, actually probably right here. So this is the list of town and city fires, right? So these are big fires, man. Which I picked out a couple to kind of show. But look at all these fires, right? Let's see if I can see Notre Dame in there. Great Fire of Warwick. Wow. Let's see here. Like, look at this, eh? Like, 856 out of 1,100 structures burned. The Great Fire of New Orleans, 1788. So, the Great New Orleans Fire, 1788, was a fire that destroyed 856 of the 1,100 structures in New Orleans, Louisiana, on March 21st, 1788, spanning the south central Vauquer, I don't know, from Burgundy to Charles Street, almost to the Mississippi River. front buildings. An additional 212 buildings were destroyed. That's a big one, yeah. Oh, look at that. The fire of Moscow of 1812 was burned to deny shelter to Napoleon. Look at that, eh? The 1812 fire of Moscow broke out on 14 September 1812 when Russian troops and most of the remaining residents abandoned the city of Moscow just ahead of Napoleon's vanguard troops entering the city after the Battle of Borodino. The fire all but destroyed the city, which had been mostly abandoned. Crazy. Yeah, New Orleans definitely came back, eh? Oh yeah, York is a neighborhood in Toronto, right? Oh yeah, really? York was a town and a second capital of the District of Upper Canada. It is the predecessor to the old city of Toronto. It was established in 1793 by Lieutenant Governor John Graves Simcoe as a temporary location for the capital of Upper Canada, while he made plans to build the capital. That's Ottawa, right? Hey, Nicole and Chris. How's it going? How are you, Nicole? Chris, nice. A big one in Chicago. Yeah, eh? Like, see, this one is red. I wonder, the Great Savannah Fire. Oh, that's because Page doesn't exist. Second Great Fire of New York City, 1835. One of three fires that rendered extensive damage to New York City in the 18th and 19th centuries. The fire occurred in the middle of an economic boom, covering, of course, it's an economic boom, right? Wow. There, I don't see, yeah, Great New York City Fire of 1845. Interesting. I'm going to look at a couple of specific fires. One in Toronto, the second Great Fire of Toronto. And then there was one in Seattle that was interesting, because that one was purposely set. The Halifax explosion? Whoa. The Halifax explosion was a maritime disaster in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, which happened on the morning of 6 December 1917. The Norwegian vessel SS IMO collided with SS Mont Blanc, a French cargo ship laden with high explosives. Oh, wow. Jeez. Oh my god, a Tokyo fire. There was 800 or 100,000 deaths in 1923. Wow. The Great Kanto earthquake struck the Kanto Plain on the Japanese main island of Honshu at 11:58:44 JS, or you know what I mean, Japan Standard Time, on Saturday, September 1, 1923. Varied accounts indicate the duration of the earthquake was between 4 and 10 minutes. Wow. Yeah, me too, Ren. I'm really like, yeah, I will definitely be getting more information. But you know how these investigations, like, they could take some time, to get it safe enough for the inspectors to get in there to check it out, right? Pierre and his deep fryer. Oh man. Really cool, man. But I don't see, I haven't seen it yet anyways, if there is one in Paris, but there's so many here.
This may seem like a stupid question, but is breast milk vegan?
I can't believe, yeah, September 11th, 2001. That was Chernobyl, yeah, Chernobyl. The reactor melted, right? Meltdown or whatever, right? That's insane. Inspector Gadget, yeah. Oh wow, so much history here. Yeah, the Fort McMurray fires we had here too was pretty crazy. I was up there right after the fire, and like I've never seen things like cars melted before. It was insane. Huh. Well, I didn't see it there, but man. Yeah, man, that's just crazy. I'm just glad that nobody perished in the fire. I think so. I think the Pink Panther's French. Wow. That how look at how high that is. Like,
did you hear Jessica had an elective epidural?
Yeah.
It's like she doesn't even care about the health of her newborn. How
wow.
basic.
No more TV on the radio, it's NPR, where she heard the interview in her husband's car with her ex-fiance.
And then UNICEF. This is the first page we looked at. So yeah, basically I shared every news source except for Fox News. Oh, maybe this is the one. No, that's not the one. It's all the same. Wow, eh? I couldn't spell it. Inspector Clouseau, yeah. Right on. That's awesome. This guy is saying that it's gonna be rebuilt it in 5 years. How can a guy just say that? Right? Says he wants it built in 5 years. Like, how many? I bet, yeah, Christina. Yeah, that's right. You would, yeah, in Louisiana, yeah.
Have you seen Blackfish? It is so sad. There is no way we are ever going to have a birthday party at SeaWorld, ever.
Even more beautiful. We can do this, he said. I think they can too, but... Huh? So here we go. Check this out. A Paris chaplain who tended to victims of the 2015 terror attack in the city has been hailed as a hero once more after reportedly entered the burning Notre Dame Cathedral to rescue priceless relics from the blaze. Jean-Marc Fournier, the chaplain of Paris Fire Service, entered the cathedral with firefighters to help salvage some of the priceless artifacts held in the building. The Paris 15th District Mayor, Philippe Goujon, told reporters on Tuesday. Is that him? Cool. Yeah, restoration expert says it'll take 10 to 15 years to fully restore. Like, Fox said Obama and Hillary and oh god, that's funny. Yeah. I can't stand Fox News. Just weird. These news like outlets are just so wild. They're so like phony. Like you could tell which party funds their business, right? Like from station to station, you know who you know what I mean? It's just, you can't trust the news, man. You gotta read them all and then come up, with your own. You gotta do your research, right? You can't take the one news sources as face value, right? For face value, I mean. Look at this. So here we go. Look at this. This is the roof. Ren, Billy Joel just released a statement. We didn't start the fire. That's funny. So here it is. Look at this. Look, this is definitely a fire hazard. And they're saying there was no fire suppression system installed in the roof, right? But they did fire watch 3 times a day. So there was a scheduled fire walk 3 times a day. Like they didn't install sprinklers in this? Like, the damn thing's called the Forest. It's nicknamed the Forest because it was made from 13,000 trees, oak trees, for crying out loud. And they never put that's right, Christina. If you don't see it or hear it for yourself, then you can't believe it, right? I thank you for finishing that for me. But you're right. That's how it is. If you didn't see it for yourself or hear it for yourself, like, you can't believe it, right? There's, even when, like, the intention is good and you're getting information passed along, there's personal biases, there's environmental factors, there's all kinds of stuff that, you know what I mean? We'll take the story and make, you know what I mean? It'll be manipulated some way, right? Nope, they didn't, John. They didn't skip this day. So they did the firewalks this day, but none of them caught anything. And there was an alarm. So there was one. Yeah, I should have called it 10 million matches Cathedral. You're right. Yeah, this thing was a freaking, like, just liquid gasoline, basically, right? It's insane. You know what I mean? Like, literally. Oh, look at that. Bonjour. Nice. Yeah. Diablo 8888. You betcha. You bet. Broadcasting on YouTube and Twitch, so I got Diablo 888 over on Twitch here. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so they did. So there was an alarm. There was a first alarm, and they went and checked on it, and they didn't find anything. And it was like, what? Half an hour to 45 minutes later, there was a second alarm, and then they found a fire, right? So that like, you know, they even missed it the first time through. So I don't know how an alarm could go off. And then, but, you know, like, you can't find a fire, or you can't, what was going on, right? So, hey, Hash, how's it going, man? This is, did you catch the news, Hash? I mean, man, what a story, eh? That's okay. That's okay if you speak in French. It's okay. Yeah. Hey, Neil, what's happening, dude? How's it going, Neil? Right on, dude. Yeah, I'm expected to. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Kirita Cross tonight. Actually, is what I'm saying. What do you think of the lights, Neil? I got more of the. I got my gel package in the mail today, so I got a little bit more of a better mix, right? So it'll look even better when the sun's down, because, like, I still getting a little bit of light through the window here. So when the sun's completely down and it's completely dark, then you know, it's gonna look real awesome. But yeah, it looks more balanced now, right? Like, I got a nice clean wash, right? So it's hard when you try to light a house. It's, you know, it's weird, right? You've been there and it's crap, he says. Oh, yeah, I guess because you're closer. You're close in the UK, right? Oh, thanks, Neil. Right on, dude. Right on, dude. It's real crap now. That's beautiful. The structure was beautiful. Look at this thing, though. Like, this is what burnt, right? This is where the fire started, up here, right? So the trees were 300 to 400 years old, right? So you think about that dry, hot, like what, right? Like I could smell it. Like it would be like a sauna room. You know what I mean? Like a sauna, right? I can't believe they didn't have fire suppression system in here though. It just blows my mind. Like just run a line down here, right down the middle there, and you're good to go, right? Like. What the heck were they thinking? I can't believe it. But they had fire watch 3 times a day, but they couldn't put a freaking sprinkler system in there. Crazy, right? Oh, look, here we go. Conspiracies about the Notre Dame fire are making rounds on the internet. Of course they are, right? Even before the blaze at Notre Dame was extinguished, conspiracy theories and fake news about the fire had ricocheted around the internet. The most what the heck kind of word is that? Egregious examples of disinformation originated in the darker corners of the internet, but many found bigger audiences on social media. So what do we got here? Man. It's crazy, man. I don't know if any of you guys... Trump did it. Yeah. Aliens did it. Trump did it. That's awesome. Quasimodo, yeah. Oh, man. That's awful, right? So, here are some of the conspiracy theories. One prominent conspiracy theory revolved around the claim that the fire had been deliberately started. InfoWars, a fringe website which is known for spreading conspiracy theories, published a story which suggested the fire had been intentionally set. The claim was based on a single erroneous tweet, which was later deleted. So, the InfoWars story remains online. So, who cares? The story claimed that the fire had been deliberately started. Who deliberately started it and why? You can't just go ahead and say, I don't know, this doesn't make any sense. On Twitter, a fake account made to look like one operated by CNN claimed the fire was caused by terrorism. The account, which was created in April, was only removed several hours after CNN publicly called out Twitter over it. Okay, yeah, InfoWars, yeah, LOL, my MNA. A quasi-protesting Article 13, yeah. And then this one here, one strategy appeared to be the use of old and unrelated articles about Catholic churches being desecrated in France to insinuate that the Notre Dame fire was an intentional act. What we know, Paris prosecutor Remy Heitz said that while the cause of the fire is not being established, it was likely accidental. Nothing shows that it's an intentional act. Crazy, right? Billy Joel didn't start it. Yeah, that's funny. London's Westminster Abbey bells to ring tonight in solidarity with French. Yeah, so teams still surveying structural risk. So yeah, that's the thing, right? Workers will attempt to preserve the infrastructure of Notre Dame over the next 48 hours, but they have to make it safe. They got to make sure it's safe for people to go in, right? That's right, yeah. Yeah, the Billy Joel posted that he didn't start the fire or something like that, right? That's awesome. Well, yeah, it's always a good way to make some money, I guess, is set something on fire, so the works are being sent to Paris City Hall and the Louvre for safekeeping. Crazy town. course, another freaking... Another ad, of course. Yeah, it was probably the kids. Right? Oh my god, Christina, I know. Think about it, you only have 2. Wow, man, I kept... The kids are just savages. I love it. That's the best. So what you're saying is they don't get better with age. Right? Oh man, maybe this guy will have something to say.
A devastating fire has swept through Notre. The cathedral visited by 13 million people a year, took almost 2 centuries.
So at least the copyright music app is working that I got, right? So that's the copyright free music. So if I use this app, this Pretzel Rocks app with Streamlabs, then I can publish the videos and stuff like that, right? Or take clips from them and stuff like that. I can do what I want, right?
Heart of us is burning. He vows to rebuild. We have 2 reports tonight, beginning with Roxana Saberi in Paris.
One of these
Sirens and shock swept through the heart of the French capital. Smoke billowing from Notre Dame Cathedral could be seen across the city as the great spire of one of the world's most recognizable landmarks went up in flames. The blaze spread up the steeple, seemingly untouched by the fire hoses working below. 400 firefighters battled flames more than 200 feet above ground, with no water drops from the air. The added weight might have flattened the entire building.
It's not really a tool that urban fire departments have in their belts. When you see those water drops being done on forest fires and things of that nature, they're trying to hit a broad swath of area with a lot of water. You had a lot of things working against the firefighters here. So many things were working against them that sometimes when you pull up on the scene of a fire, you know, the die is already cast before you can even go to work.
As crowds gathered on the sidewalk, the iconic spire collapsed inside the cathedral. Over the hours, one of the most visited sites in Paris was reduced to a charred skeleton. A cathedral spokesperson said the entire interior was burning.
Notre Dame is not just a building, it's the beating heart of Paris.
Wow. Oh yeah, Neil, do you ever drink Newcastle?
On the medical table, it's heartbreaking.
Notre Dame has towered over Paris.
That's my favorite beer in the world right there. The Newcastle Brown Ale.
We had a rare look last year at the
He's probably going to say it's shit. Watch.
Which has been put to replace the original railing which was here.
Years of rain, snow, and pollution were eroding the flying buttresses that prop the cathedral up.
Oh yeah, right. Check this out.
Risk to the whole cathedral falling down.
Exactly.
Authorities are now looking into whether those refurbishments may have caused the fire. As the city mourns the loss of one of its greatest symbols. And some good news, Jeff. Authorities here now believe they've been able to save the cathedral's 2 iconic towers behind me.
Shouldn't have given them fireworks. Oh man.
30,000 daily visitors had already left, so it could have been much worse. Jeff?
Interesting thing to keep in mind, but good they saved part of it there. Roxana, thank you very much.
CBC News / Paris. Now we can check that out actually and see if there's any like updates. We did see the one update, but oh, it's fucking shit. He says that's awesome. I knew he was gonna say that. I love it. I love that stuff, man. It's my favorite beer in the world, man. The Newcastle Brown Ale. I love it. Oh, Neil. Oh, man, that's awesome. csnews.com/parish. What? Oh, wait, I put CBC. That's too funny. That's hilarious. A security check comes up asking if I'm human.
To continue, click Add to Chrome.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh my god, that was hilarious. So you go to CBS News or whatever, and they want you to install an extension. Yeah, sorry, but no. So Toronto's an old city too, in Canada here. So the first Great Fire in Toronto was a cathedral fire, right? April 7th, 1849, also known as the Cathedral Fire, was the first major fire in the history of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Much of the market block, the business core of the city, was wiped out, including the predecessor of the current St. James Cathedral. The 1831 building of Toronto City Hall and St. Lawrence Market, south of King, was damaged and was torn down. That's actually wild. It was dragons. Hey, how's it going? The Dead of Tools. Nice to see you, man. It was dragons. It could have been dragons. They got dragons up in there. Right? Wow. So before the fire, Toronto's firefighting capabilities were limited to 6 volunteer companies operating in one fire hall at Court Street and Church Street, which is, just north of the area of the fire. Manual pumpers and tankers involved far too much manpower and would prove to be no match for the speed of a major fire. The fire halls existing in Toronto in 1849 were a couple of fire halls here. Wow. The fire was discovered at 1 a.m. in the rear of Graham's Tavern on the northeast side of King Street and Nelson Street, Jarvis Street now, at George. Okay, I know that whole. I know the city really well. That's where I'm from, right? Behind Post's Tavern, the fire consumed Post Tavern, then burned through the outbuildings north to the Duke Street. That's awesome. The fire spread through the whole block, destroying the Home District, Saving Bank, and Frame buildings to the east on King Street. Wow, eh? Hey, it was Creator Chaos. That's funny, Neil. Yeah, look at this, eh? Well, that's something. Dirt road, dirt street. Such an old. This is the second one. The Great Fire, Toronto, 1904 was the second fire actually. I love this video. Check this out. The centenary snapshots. It's like waiting for Charlie Chaplin to bust out of the picture here. Crazy town. Well, everything seems to be working good today. I got the music players working, and streaming to 3 different platforms right now. Wow. Look at the horse and buggy. That's the fire hose, right? Or the whatever, right? And then the water tank coming behind it or something. I don't know. What the heck, eh? Like, look at these. Wow. That's so cool, eh? Right on, Ren. Yeah, you better get your alibi. Everyone better have their alibis. Solid alibis. Right on. Ren. So the point is, I guess there's been a lot of fires, and you know, there was a lot of death and destruction caused by fire. And this one, luckily, it was just destruction, right? So you can rebuild anything. I know Toronto bounced back. I know Louisiana, New Orleans, right? New Orleans bounced back Seattle bounced back. We're going to look at that too here in a second. But the reason why we're going to look at the Seattle fire is because of the reason that it was set on fire to begin with. Is kind of interesting story, right? That's neat, eh? Look at that old ass video, eh? That's something. Wow. Wow. Yikes. Wow, eh? Yeah, so although embers continued to smolder for weeks, right? For weeks. So it took them 24 hours to extinguish the fire. And the embers continued to smolder for weeks. That's something. Wow, $10.3 million in damage. 9.5 to 11 million liters of water were used putting it out. Over 5,000 people lost their workplaces and their jobs. Crazy, eh? Wow, look at this. This is the area of the fire. That's massive, right? So, wow, front and bay past Wellington. That's crazy. That's a lot. Big fire there, boys and girls. So elevator shafts must be separated from the buildings with a brick wall. All the electrical wiring should be exposed. Ceilings should be abolished. Buildings must not be too high. External appliances such as iron shutters should be employed. That's an amazing photograph, though. Look at that. These are really nice photographs. Right, let's go check this out. Wow. Crazy. I love this picture. It's beautiful. Toronto still looks like that in some areas. Some neighborhoods look exactly like this. Crazy. Silent video footage. This is amazing, the archives they have, though. Like the one in Seattle, I couldn't find a lot of stuff on it. But the Toronto ones, wow, man! Like the archives, like the data is impressive. Like just unbelievable. 2 years later. Curio seekers. Pottery recovered. Ironstone cups. 2 years later, removed after. Like, and then so the city had archives, the province had archives, the government had archives. There's a wiki on it, and then this is the archives of the government of Ontario, right? So like the records, unbelievable. Like so impressed. Wow. Yeah, and then see, here's the city even has its own archive. Wow, there's that picture again. Now this is like that's such a this is such a beautiful area, Toronto now. Look at this. Firefighters and equipment from Toronto, surrounding suburbs, and others arriving by special express trains from Hamilton and Buffalo arrived in time to help Toronto's exhausted firefighters make a last stand just west of Yonge Street. Some on the ground, some climbing to the roofs of untouched buildings to get above the flames. For 2 hours, they soaked the advancing edge of the fire. Finally, by 4:30 a.m., the fire was declared under control, though small fires continued to break out for the next few days. And the ruins smoldered for 2 weeks. Yeah, crazy. So, anyways, yeah, this Seattle one is interesting. Where is it? Firestorm 2003 Storm Catastrophe. Oh, this one is oh yeah, this is LA. Right. So there is something very bizarre in the history of Seattle. It is related to the Great Seattle Fire of 1889, followed by an enormous construction boom of 1889 to 1890. That's funny. 1890. My mom and dad had a bar called the 1890, and it was called 1890 because the bar itself was salvaged from a bar, and it was built in 1890. Beautiful wood bar. Oh, it's beautiful. But anyway, so this construction on steroids is something I would like to talk about. The numbers are really off the charts, so bear with me. The Great Fire itself would not be the main focus of this article. The time to talk about this fiery fire destroying 120 acres of the city of Seattle and killing exactly 0 people will come at a later day. Let us establish the time frame for this investigation. So yeah, there was a big fire. Nobody was killed. So they believe this guy is a conspiracy guy. Apparently between 6.6, so 18 months following was achieved. All the mess was cleaned up. 40 plus miles of railroad track built. 5,625 buildings constructed. That's 312 and a half buildings a month. 10 and a half buildings a day with no days and no nights off. That's insane. Yeah, so it is not too much to say that no other city of 50,000 inhabitants in the United States can make such remarkable showing of great rows of business blocks constructed in the most artistic, costly, and expensive manner. Right? Seattle PI is giving Seattle too much credit. 1890 census 43,467, with approximately 10,000 being children. So crazy, right? Man, oh man. So yeah, fire's bad. Fire bad, guys. I can't believe that. That was a massive fire. It didn't kill anybody. Yeah. Wow, eh? So, I don't know if there's any updated news on the fire. I'll check real quick. If not, it's good. That'll be good. Thanks for you guys coming to the stream today. We'll check to see if there's any news on the CNN, for example. But it looks like it's waiting now. Oh, look at that. So, on the front page of CNN is... Oh, no, that's the last looking at it. Oh, interesting. Oh, I hate that. But... What the heck is on here? Stop doing that.
of value in appreciation without longing, fondly recalling what you did last summer without needing to check your Instagram. You each played a role, a painting in a gallery, a crucial thread in the tapestry. Sometimes we part ways with the silence of the last few grains of sand passing through an hourglass. Other times,
We have breaking news out of
it's with
Paris.
the screeching
We're
brakes
getting word
too
of
slow
what
to
appears
prevent
be
a crash.
fire at
Each
the-
footprint in the path, each with the same promise of being the last. Me, I've learned to glance back and gently laugh.
Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new. So, we're just going to have to wait and see.
Love is a work of art.
We're just going to have to wait and see what happens, right? But, like, look at the scaffolding, guys. Whoa, right? Like, man, oh, man. Yeah, so no new news as of right now. Oh man, super cool, guys. Well, thankfully nobody was hurt. I'm gonna have to change some of my data, my description, and say, you know what I mean, like nobody died. Thankfully, so. Yeah, there was a terrible fire in the Notre Dame Cathedral there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on the story. If it comes out that it was the contractor's fault, we'll look into that. We'll look more into fire safety and things like that, and what happened, what could have been done to prevent it. Like, I know right off the bat they could have installed sprinkler systems. I mean, that could have been a good thing. Maybe they'll do that this time around, right? But I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll see what happens. But until next time, everybody, don't forget Creator Chaos stream tonight. Hope to see you guys there. And yeah, until next time, everybody. Thanks for coming. This is Chris, guys. We'll see you tomorrow on the next one. I like French kissing. Me too, Christina. Me too. You guys are the best. Thanks for coming so much. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. And we'll see you guys later on tonight. I wonder if they do, Christina. I can't. Oh, man. I wonder if they do, right? Oh, that's too funny. Oh, my God. Alright, guys. Go French kiss your lover. And I swear, yeah, this time I'm God. We'll see you guys on the next one for sure. Bye, Christina.